No Man's Sky's latest Outlaws update was chock full of eye-catching new features and great upgrades to the game. Everyone knows about the new Outlaw space stations or solar sail ships, so I thought it'd be fun to look at some of my favorite additions that aren't quite so flashy. Howdy, I'm Kanaju, and these are 5 overlooked features of No Man's Sky Outlaws. Number 5. Pirate Bounties now have unique names. Bounties have always been an optional source of income for the intrepid hunter. However, with the latest updates focused on outlaws and pirates, they finally received their first major improvement in many years. While not mentioned in the patch notes, trust me, I checked, when flying around medium or high conflict systems, you will undoubtedly encounter these new fugitives. Previously, bounty starships would have one of 3 difficulty levels assigned with a consistent reward to match. This was a neat side activity if you were really bored, but the fugitive starships lacked any distinction from regular starships, and the activity often felt hollow. With the Outlaws update though, we see this bounty system reworked with 2 important changes. First, fugitive pilots now have procedurally generated names, and their rewards are now varied. These may sound like small changes, but dogfighting the mighty pirate Minude with a bounty of 252k units on his head, it's a bit more tempting than fighting bounty, rank dangerous, worth 200k. It makes each bounty opportunity feel unique as opposed to being one of 3 options. And with the updated starship combat, these battles are now even more epic than ever before. Number 4. You can now stack more trading goods than ever. A single line in the patch notes reads, "The maximum stack size for all trading goods, illegal or otherwise, has been increased." This is a pretty small change, but it goes a long way to making smuggling a viable career. Plus, I'm sure the crafters of No Man's Sky are rejoicing as well. Number 3. Haulers are back, baby! Way back in 2017, the Pathfinder update formally added starship specialization. Of course, back then there were only 4 types of ships, and their specializations were as follows. You had fighters, which had the best damage output, explorers had the best hyperdrive range, haulers had the most inventory space, and shuttles sucked. Maneuverability was added later as a way to further differentiate ship types, but in 2019 the Synthesis update added the ability to upgrade your ship's class and inventory size. This meant that any ship could have full inventory capacity, effectively removing the hauler's advantage and instead making them kind of the worst ship in the game due to their sluggish handling. With Outlaws though, cargo inventory space has been added to all ships, and haulers specifically have the highest cargo capacity. That means they're useful again. Traders rejoice. Number 2. Better space combat rewards. With starship combat improved in this update, it only makes sense that the rewards are improved as well. Patch notes read, "The rewards for destroying starships, freighters, sentinels, pirates, or traders have been diversified and improved." And it further reads, "The rewards for saving a freighter from pirate attack have been improved." Just as starship combat was mostly unsatisfying prior to this update, so too were the rewards. Destroying pirates would usually give you a lump of Herox or Lemium. Sometimes you'd get units or magnetized ferrite, but let's be honest, these rewards kinda sucked. Since the update though, defeating pirates now grants you suspicious packets of varying varieties, and each of these contain their own wide variety of rewards, which can include illegal upgrade modules. Now that's a pretty cool reward. Additionally, if you're fighting Sentinel starfighters, you'll receive Shattered Glass, which can also contain a wide range of rewards. So this takes the essence of the looter-shooter mechanics that they added with the last Sentinels update, and it applies it to starship combat. Gives you yet another reason to engage in dogfights, so I think it's a great addition. Number 1. These guys are back. Now, before I could record this audio, it came to my attention that someone has written a whole ass article about these things returning. So, that makes it now one of the most covered features, as opposed to most overlooked. But gosh darn it, I already wrote this part, so here goes. Prior to the next update in 2017, underwater fauna diversity was surprisingly high, believe it or not. Unlike the fauna on land and in the skies, which have only increased in diversity since 2017, underwater fauna diversity actually decreased. Nearly 5 years later, though, Hello Games have snuck a sneaky little sentence into their patch notes. It reads, "Fixed an issue that caused many underwater creatures to spawn without their correct procedural settings, dramatically reducing water life form variety." In layman's terms, they added these guys back to the game. And they're even better animated than they were before. Now, I haven't personally explored enough oceans since the update to know if other creatures have been added, but just the prospect of new life forms to discover makes this my #1 overlooked feature of the update. Pre that article coming out. But since that did happen, I have a couple bonus features for you. First off, I love the new frigates in the atmosphere. Beautiful, perfect, not much to say, just look at it. It's awesome. Also, I love the new autopilot feature that they added to Starship Combat. So basically, you can press to hold or toggle this autopilot on and it'll steer the ship for you, and all you have to do is point and shoot. It's pretty cool. I think it's going to be a game changer for a lot of people who didn't really enjoy spaceship combat or who get easily disoriented because, those enemy ships will fly in spirals and 360 all around you, and I could see it being easy to lose track of them, so I think that's really cool. But that's it for my list of overlooked Outlaws features. Which one was your favorite? Did I overlook any? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of my comments, so I'd be curious to know if there was a small feature I missed that maybe was really big for you. And since you made it this far, liking the video feeds the algorithm and it helps my channel grow. Speaking of which, thank you to all my new followers that I've gotten in the past couple of weeks. A big channel would probably scoff at getting 60 new subscribers, but for me, that is huge. I'm up to 460 at this point, which is absolutely incredible. It's about halfway to my goal of hitting 1,000 so I can unlock the community tab and do polls and stuff like that. So thank you so much for following, and I'm sorry I've only uploaded one video in the last week. Work is crazy and I can only do this in my free time, but hopefully it'll slow down a little bit. Not so much that I become poor and can't pay my bills, but just enough that I have time to make more videos. Because I really enjoy this, and I'm glad to share this stuff with all of y'all. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, it's free and 100% guarantee, or you get your money back. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!